Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani St. Coming up, close to $1 million approved for road rehabilitation in Paix-Bouche, and the Ministry of Education calls on musicians to be aware of their influence on students. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Thanks for staying with us. President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre, has addressed the nation 2 weeks following protest action in the city of Roseau. On February 7th, opposition protest was followed by rioting in the city, which left several business places damaged. His Excellency President Savre indicated that while citizens have the constitutional right to voice their opinions, there are conditions attached to these rights in order to maintain the rule of law. GIS will bring you the address by His Excellency the President in its entirety following this newscast. Officials of the Ministry of Education recognize the significant role musicians play in shaping the lives of children. On Wednesday, musicians gathered at the Garowe Hotel conference room for a child-friendly schools and the musician workshop, hosted by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF. The workshop is geared at educating musicians on the role their music play on students. In his address at the opening ceremony, the Honorable Minister for Education, Peter St. told musicians that they have an influential role in the lives of children.
I wish to remind you that our young people listen to you. They listen to what you have to say in song. In fact, they are tuned into every word. In many cases, they are more tuned in to your music than they are to the instruction that is given at school. So without a doubt, a triplicate chant roll, rolls of the tongue of many of our students with much more fluency and accuracy than the social studies or the mathematics instruction that was given to them in a particular day. It means, therefore, that you are extremely influential.
Honorable Serja encouraged the musicians to use their influence to mold young people into becoming positive individuals.
I implore you to consider the influence that you hold where our young people are concerned. And I invite you to discuss with our facilitators here today how you can be at the top of your game in the music industry while sparing a thought for the impressionable minds that are exposed to your music.
The Child-Friendly Effective School Initiative was implemented in 2009 with the aim of creating an educational environment which ensures that every child is successful not only academically but socially, emotionally and physically. Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine noted that the ministry encourages teachers to use local music when administering their daily lessons. She explained the importance of this workshop.
It is therefore in recognition of that influence that we decided to meet with you today. We were guided by certain events, and so here we are to engage you and to dialogue with you on the issue of children, their behaviors, their rights and responsibilities, and their protection. Before you leave here at the end of this morning's session, I would hope that you have a very clear idea of your role in the lives of the children in the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, child-friendly, effective schools initiative, and very importantly, your role as it helps to regulate the behavior of our children.
Child protection and the impact of music on youth and child protection issues in Dominica are topics which will be discussed at the workshop. In more news, the Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Paix-Bouche constituency, Roslyn Paul, is pleased with the secondary road rehabilitation and construction accomplished within her constituency. Speaking at a town hall meeting on Sunday, she highlighted that over $300,000 have been spent to ensure proper road maintenance.
$308,000 have been spent in the constituency, in the 3 villages, in terms of small community projects, community roads. And one of the roads that was constructed was in Dibik, the completion of the Resource Center Road. And we also did some repairs to address, or we used some of the money to address a drainage issue in Dibik as well. And some repairs were done to the Middle Ridge Road.
She says that in addition, close to $1 million have been approved for more village road projects within her constituency.
Another $300,000 now sits at the various village council, and they are about to undertake another set of small community projects. And this includes $100,000 that is at the Kalibishi Village Council, and I know last week they had the engineer there, and they're about to start works on the back drip, phase 2 of the back drip. So you have $100,000 going to this back drip. But even greater news, the Prime Minister has just approved over $900,000 for village roads in my constituency, in our constituency. This forms part of government's village road enhancement program. So almost $1 million is going to be spent in this constituency for the construction of village roads.
In other news, residents of the Kalinago territory involved in the manufacturing of cassava products have been reminded of the importance of ensuring that their products are of regional and international export standard. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the Cassava Development Project Apprenticeship Training Module, the Honorable Minister for Kalinago Affairs and Parliamentary Representative for the Salibia constituency, Cassius Daru, advised manufacturers to take heed of the feedback of consumers.
We must ensure that it's a marketable product, not only for local consumption, but for national consumption. And one thing we need to pay attention to is to how can we increase the shelf life of our cassava products. Quality, for example, is an issue that some people complain of. And we need to listen to the people's feedback if we are going to succeed in any business. So even if you have the view that your product is the best, but the customer is telling you that you are lacking something, the customer is always right, although I argue with sometimes in terms of business. But we need to accept the feedbacks from the customers.
The Honorable Parliamentary Representative noted that the constant improvement of the quality of products is vital for the sustenance of cassava-centered businesses.
We need to also seek further ways as to how we can augment our product and repackage and present it to the community and continue to upgrade every now and then. It's an ongoing thing that we should never stop.
The Cassava Development Project Apprenticeship Training Module was developed and implemented through the Ministry of Trade and Employment. The Ministry of Trade and Employment, along with the Ministry of Kalinago Affairs, hope to develop a major regional and international market for the export of raw and fine cassava products. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Say again. Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, it's me, Ricky Mouse. Come in. Laddie,
Carnival is our thing. Mas Dominic, c'est ça nous. But Carnival is a time to be sexually responsible. Use a condom. Sevi or kapot. Party day and night. Enjoy Mas Dominic. Be responsible. Use a condom every time you have sex. Protect yourself.
Welcome back. There was a splash of color and fun over the weekend as the community of Maho officially opened Carnival. Flag wavers, stilt walkers, sensory revelers, and the community's contestant for Miss Dominica 2017, Carla Henry, formed part of the street parade. The Honorable Member of Parliament for the Maho constituency, Rayburn Blackmore, told constituents that he was proud of the events of the day. At the opening ceremony, Honorable Blackmore was joined by the Honorable Minister for Culture, Justina Charles, and the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Senator Robert Tong. Honorable Charles told the audience that Carnival should be used to display the artistic skills and talents of Dominicans.
Let me say to many of us that Carnival is not an opportunity to express our anger. Be mindful. It is not an opportunity to express our anger, demonstrate hatred, or to take revenge for long outstanding disputes that you may have. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be overreactive during Carnival, and we go out at our enemies. I am saying to you that on Ash Wednesday we need to be able to think and say, you know what, I am now out. I am now not in police custody. I have not gotten myself involved in any antisocial activity. We need to continue our life as usual.
She asked young people to refrain from excessive drinking and carrying weapons during the festivities. Meantime, the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Senator Robert Tong, reminded Carnival lovers that government has increased the subvention for Carnival from $360,000 to $720,000. He says this increase is helping his ministry to offer greater support to village carnivals. This will also allow for greater participation of village groups in the capital city on Carnival Monday.
This year, the DFC has officially partnered with groups in Maho, Granby, St. Joseph, the Kalinago Territory, and Portsmouth to participate in the National Parade on Monday. Assistance has also been provided to various organizations and various carnival groups and village groups to ensure that we have a much better presence on Carnival Monday in Roseau. Additionally, the group with the biggest and the most number of individuals will also get a hefty prize, which is the largest village group on Monday. Monday and Tuesday, as I said, we'll go all the way to the Bayfront instead of passing through Old Hanover Street, again making it much wider and much more presentable.
And amidst calls to end Carnival at 6 p.m. this year, the Maho MP, who is also the Minister for National Security, says Carnival lovers should not be fearful because of the events of February 7th. He informed that Carnival activities will end at 10 p.m. on Carnival Monday and Tuesday.
Let me say to you, be not afraid. Dominica is a peaceful country. Dominica is a peaceful country. And we shall remain peaceful. And I'm saying to you tonight, the order for Carnival has already been signed. And Carnival ends at 10 o'clock on Monday and 10 o'clock on Tuesday. It is up to you, my dear friends. It is up to you, my dear friends, to ensure that Carnival ends at 10 o'clock on both days. And you can do that by calling out those persons who want to cause fear and acrimony in our country, my dear friends. By calling out those persons, by saying no to them. We are a peaceful country and we're not going back to the dark days in Dominica. We are going forward as one people.
Maho Carnival officially opened last Saturday. And finally, this news time, as the Dominica Festivals Committee prepares for the final days leading up to the Real Mass 2017, consultant of the DFC, Val Coffey, says he is impressed with the results of Carnival activities thus far. He was addressing the last DFC press conference leading up to Carnival on Wednesday.
We are happy to report that the carnival spirit is in the air. We have seen the execution of a number of events, primarily on the safe side as much as possible. We want to thank the many patrons who have come forward, although we expected a larger turnout at some of the events. As I always tell the people of Dominica, we can plan the carnival, but it's your carnival, and you can only make it better if you buy a ticket and you come and support the activities.
He also gave an update on the last leg of activities preceding Carnival Monday and Tuesday.
So we look forward to tremendous support for this evening for the Stardom Calypso tent at the Strip in Lale Coco. We look forward to the support of the general public at the Showdown Mass Camp, Champ of the Camp tomorrow at the Harlem Plaza. There's also the Mass Jamboree that's going on at the Eddie Andrew Carnival City, and there'll be Pan by the Bay. That starts at 7 o'clock to 9. We're trying to get the Pan moving with the Pan Association. So at Pan by the Bay tomorrow, we're going to be having the Maho Community Steel Band, the NBD Porcicultural Pan, Pan in Harmony, the St. Max New Vision Steel Band, Dominica Grammar School Steel Band, and Phase 5. So we're going to have all these steel bands playing on the bayfront. So we want you to come support the Pan, support Mass Jamboree. There's an event for everybody. You can have your choice. You can have to decide where you want to go. But we're asking to just spread the love, spread the joy. Friday we have the National Queen Show at the Eddie Andrew Carnival City from 8 o'clock sharp. On Saturday there will be at the People's Park. We'll be having what we call the Beer Fest. We have invited the Kubuli Beer, Carib Beer, and Heineken Beer from 12 noon to be at People's Park. We're going to be having a DJ there, DJ Snow, that will be providing some music. It's another opportunity for people to come out and catch a cool, refreshing beverage. Lots of giveaways. The Rotary Sauce and Punch Party on Sunday.
In his address, the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Senator Robert Tong, expressed his pleasure with the success of carnival activities so far.
I'm pleased and happy to see all the work that has been done with regards to the promotion and the preparation of Carnival. We're hoping that everyone who comes to Dominica, and especially persons living in Dominica, are going to have a fantastic time.
The Honorable Minister thanked the efforts of the DDA and encouraged revelers to keep Dominica clean. And that's news. Shaakira Pierre is up next with Creole Highlights.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel accueil. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Ministre Éducation et puis UNICEF joignent et puis musiciens mercredi pour parler contre le rôle à la vie des enfants espoir négan l'école. Musiciens qui cachent bouillon, zouk, kaiso et puis caras qui pour éducation à comment pour faire musique net pour les enfants. Nouvel gouvernement parle et puis ministre Éducation Honorable Peter Saint-Jean.
Ministre Éducation en section nous avons créé Child Friendly School Initiative. Là nous avons parlé et puis nous avons facilitateur qui a parlé et puis pour comment nous ça servi ces monde ces practitioners là en industry music pour influencer les enfants nous à dans une bonne manière, puisque nous connaissons en Dominique et aussi en Caraïbes là qui musique c'est un outil qui ont le pouvoir. Et tous les enfants, ou moins là, nos enfants, nous aimons la musique. Et que tant de enfants qui participent en musique, plus passé, qui participent en travail, l'école. À nous, qui ça nous voulons, c'est musique ça là, ça passe en commission qui est positive pour aider ces enfants-là, pour grandir en citoyenne, qui ça fait en contribution en pays là.
Honorable Saint-Jean dit aussi social media et puis technologie qui a aussi influencé les enfants.
Et aujourd'hui, ça nous a créé technological advancement. Ça c'est là où ça servi radio, internet et ces enfants là ils ni téléphone, ordinateur et OK ouais qui ils ont marcher chimé là mais ils ni earphone on, ils ont écouter chanter là. Et en chaque temps qui passe, nous avons une bonne musique, mais aujourd'hui, je nous vois que musique là, langage musique là, il est graphique. Il passe à nous les exposer les enfants nous en chanson, il a parlé contre service pour mon service drogue, il a parlé contre vice et toute violence. nous ka di ces practitioners là yo sa chanter musique yo sa ni ces fans yo ka chanter mais nous voulons yo passer en commission qui positive et ministre éducation moi les complimenter Chief Education Officer là et madame Diane Durant Smith pour recogniser que ça c'est quelque chose qui nous supposé adresser si Dominique en doit faire qualité et développement qui nous expérience.
Workshop là pour place à l'hôtel Caraway. À d'autres nouvelles, Membre Parlement pour constituency Paix-Bouche, Honorable Rosalind Paul, dit plaisir et puis travail chimé qui a point place à constituency là. Pendant un meeting à Calibichi dimanche là, Honorable Paul dit gouvernement dépenser plus que $300,000 à se maintenir chimé à constituency là. Honorable Paul aussi fait parole que le gouvernement fait available l'autre $1 million pour réhabilitation d'autres chemins à constituency là et puis d'autres projets. Et puis finalement, consultant pour comité festival Dominique Val Coffee dit plaisir pour voir comment activité carnaval a pour place sans problème. Coffee dit nouvel gouvernement que d'autres activités qui n'y pour place si men ça là.
Tout bité ka travail bien nous travaillons pour faire Queen Show Pageant vendredi, Calypso samedi. Nous travaillons pour faire tout bité pour nous jouer masse avec nous, nous vivre Dominique, parce que nous avons venir entre yacht, Express des îles, Winier. Nous avons tout Dominique pour chasser tickets, aller faire ça pour faire carnaval Dominique, plaisir pour tout le monde.
Coffee dit gouvernement fait yon lot l'argent available pour masse Dominique 2007. Il encourage tout le monde pour faire masse ça yon et puis la paix.
Gouvernement ba nous l'argent pour faire carnaval, nous t'avons supporter notre flow avec tout other sponsor Dominique. So nous les apprécier ça nous avons fait, nous les venir chatter avec nous, aller faire ça, nous parler peste moun goumi créer problème pour la police et bien enjoy massive.
Ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle en Creole. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Au revoir.
Coming up next, how much do you know about the origin of Bouyon music? Bouyon Day was celebrated on February 21st. How much do you know about the origin of Dominica's Bouyon music? The best known band in the genre is Windward Caribbean Culture, or WCK, who originated the style in 1988 by experimenting with a fusion of jingping and calypso. While the calypso sound is based on the use of acoustic drums, an aggressive up-tempo guitar beat, and strong social commentary in the native Creole language, this new music created by WCK focused more on the use of technology with a strong emphasis on keyboard rhythmic patterns. Bouyon, as popularized largely by WCK, blends jingping, calypso and traditional dances, namely bele, quadrille, chate-mas and lapokabwit, mazurka, zouk and other styles of Caribbean music. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani St. Thanks for watching, and join us again next time on National Focus.